What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Blake, and I can tell by the title of this video, never get too complacent. All right, you never want to get too complacent, aka getting too comfortable, because the more complacent and comfortable you become, the less effort you go into going after your goals, right? Even when you accomplish certain things in life, especially certain goals, it's okay to celebrate, yes, but it should be a quick temporary celebration depending on how big or small the goal was, and then it's back to work. Right? You should always have a line of goals that you want to accomplish, right? That way you never feel too complacent, because if you don't have a lot of goals, right, once you achieve that in however timely manner, then you might feel complacent. Especially if you start seeing really good results, you'll definitely start feeling a little more complacent, and you just don't want to go as hard as you possibly could, right? So that's why it's best to have a lot of goals lined up, even as you get older, right? It can be new goals, right? Once you set out one goal, make sure you have other ones in line and kind of focus one at a time, because if you try to do too many at once, you're going to be all over the place, and you're probably going to be overwhelmed and maybe even stressed. So if you can focus on one, accomplish that goal, have a list of them, finish that one, okay, then find the next goal you want to do, right? Take it slow, take it step by step, right? Don't want to have to do too much, get overwhelmed and exhausted, mentally draining yourself. But it helps you put in more effort and has you more purpose to look for, right? You have more purpose, right? You want to have a list of goals, right? No matter what it is, right? As long as it's good, as long as it can help you, in your life in some way, shape, or form, that's what you need to always be going after. And once you accomplish it, don't even get complacent in that. Make sure that you keep that accomplished, right? No matter what it is, you never want to get comfortable, because once you get comfortable, that's when you can start to fall off, right? You start slacking, and then when you start to fall off, it's hard. Like I'm saying, it is hard. It feels harder to get back up for some reason, right? Like think about rappers, right? Especially nowadays, right? Like that's why with rappers, they think that, they can have their rapping money, right? Out of concerts and all this stuff, right? They're doing pretty good for themselves, but they're not being smart with their money, blowing their money off a little too quickly, right? Not saving it for the long term, right? Making better financial options and decisions. Guess what happens when their rap career is over? Because the rap industry, just into the music industry, whether it be rap, country, whatever type of genre of music you listen to, right? It's always changing, it's always evolving. So when you can, as an artist, you have to be able to either evolve with that change, right? Which can be a very risky move, because if people aren't used to you switching your style of music to that said new generation of style in the music industry, then you could potentially lose fans. It's a risk either way, because if you don't change, right, something within your music, then you're gonna lose a lot of fans, and you might slowly start to fall off. And if you do change, even if it is what the new lingo is, if you as an artist, if that's naturally not you, it's gonna come off awkward, and a lot of people aren't gonna support you anymore, right? So it's a unfortunate situation if you're an artist in the music industry, right? And you've been going hard for about 5 or 10 years, and then all of a sudden it just starts to change. Because the music industry changes every 5 to 10 years in some way of genre, right? So you definitely have to be able to adapt, and you'll know if you really are falling off or not if you can still play your specific style of music in the kind of newer era of music, right, for the time being, and you're still being able to sell out arenas, get a lot of ticket sales, right? Like Usher, Ludacris, they've been out for decades, and they never had to change who they were, right? And it may be loyal, very, very loyal fans, but you kind of don't want to rely too much on the fans. It's kind of like your character, right? But y'all gotta remember, it can be what you do outside of the music industry, business-wise, self-development-wise, right? If people can look at you more than just a musician, and they can see you doing other things outside of your profession, I'm telling you, they will most likely be more loyal to you and your music, even when the genre and the style of music does change. You know what I mean? Because that's how the real loyalty is. You want to do other different things. You don't want to be looked at as just this musician, right? Like, what artists fell off? Like Waka Flocka, and then who else? We had Waka Flocka, we had Fetty Wap, like, who else fell off? Like Bobby Shmurda. All these rappers that like almost forgotten. You don't even hear the people talk about them anymore, for real. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, you know, at any given moment you're at the top, and then you can just shrink down and almost not be talked about anymore, right? That's how quickly people really be moving on, and it's crazy, right? That's why you never want to get complacent, never want to get too comfortable in this rap stuff, right? Or anything in life. But rapping is one of the perfect examples. Never get too wrapped into it, because if you can't show people other things that you can do and provide than just music, then it's like, okay, if you only have one thing, it's like, if someone takes that one thing away from you, what else are you known for, right? And that's what happens with a lot of artists. Without music, it's like, I'm a nobody. And that's how most artists are. They feel like a nobody. They turn into a nobody because nobody talks about them. It might bring them up occasionally, or some people still might listen to their music, but they're not talked about anymore. Heck, you don't see them on, you know, the music awards shows, or, you know, shows anymore. It's like, bro, like they're long. It's like as if they never was a thing, right? It's like they were never at one point the hottest, you know, artist of all time. Like, that's why it's good to have the success in the music industry, and then you gotta venture off while you're still in the industry, venture off into other things. That way, when you know you stop making music, you can literally still be making good productive money from other things, right? Venture off to other things. You know, once you get once you're stable, right? And that's how it is in life. You need to be able to, you know, accomplish goals and set new goals. You always got to be looking for new goals to say, okay, what can I do? What can I improve on? We can always improve as humans, always grow in every aspect of our life. So you just have to find that within yourself, what you want to grow, and accomplish those goals consistently, right? Always have goals for yourself, because once you don't, you get very complacent, you get lazy, and you don't go as hard, and that can be the downfall of you. But at the end of the day, you know, that's all you got to do. And that's really the end of this video. A little pretty quick video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope, you know, y'all comment down below, you know, any type of future videos you may want to see. And I wanted to say this beforehand, I hope that, you know, this resonated with some of y'all, you know, help you open your eyes a little bit. Especially, you know, I feel like this shouldn't be uncommon within the music industry, but if this did open your eyes, then definitely share this to someone you know who should see this video, if you think it could be very eye-opening for them. And if it was eye-opening for you, you already know what you got to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and even save it. You know, sometimes you might need to, you know, hear this again, rewatch it, and, you know, just so you can get more, you know, recollection, right? And you know, it sticks in your head, you know, because this really hit for you, right? But that's it for me as of right now, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.